Hi. Um, I don't even know where to start, but what I will say is thank you for those of you who know what has been going on with me these past few days. This last week has been a roller coaster in terms of my health, and there's a few things that I do want to mention. I don't have any talking points or anything, so bear with me. First is future me, if you're watching this. First of all, I hope you can hear me, and I hope you're doing well. A few lessons that I learned from this past week is that it's okay to take time for yourself. You don't owe this video or any video to anyone. You don't owe an explanation to anyone. And the reason why I'm making this right now is so that you can look back on this, future me, and see what this experience was like as I am currently experiencing it. So, I guess some context is on Monday morning, I got my second dose of my COVID-19 vaccination. And also a disclaimer, I'm not discouraging taking the vaccination whatsoever. Okay, let's get that straight. I was educated in the science field for a reason, and I wouldn't have taken it if I didn't know what the risks are and everything. Okay, so I'll just put that out there. The risk of me getting the adverse reaction that I did is far less than the risk of me actually getting COVID. So, any of the variants. It's just straight up, okay? Also, I'm not a health professional, so take everything that I say with a grain of salt, but I am saying my experience as it is. So, Monday, got my shot. I was fine. Actually, the whole day I spent most of the day being active, even did like a 2-hour workout in the evening, went to sleep, woke up Tuesday, had a fever, could barely move, and thought, oh no, here it goes. So spent that day recovering. Wednesday, still wasn't feeling all the greatest, and I took it easy. I did minimal. I worked out here and there, but it was very light. Also, one of the lessons that I learned was listen to your body. And this comes into play on the Thursday morning, or Thursday afternoon, really. So, still had a slight fever. No fever, but was still shaking, still had chills. And I had a residual migraine from the night before, so right over here, right at the base of my head. And I decided to take a nap. I took Tylenol Extra Strength, was fine. Took a nap. Woke up and my heart was at like 210 beats per minute, and I wasn't dreaming. Then all of a sudden it dropped. Like, what's going on? And then I couldn't breathe. So I ended up calling 911. I was rushed to the ER. That was around 3:30 on Thursday. I ended up staying until like I think 2 or 3 in the morning. And while I was there, it was discovered that I tested positive for D-dimer blood clots. And I think coming so close to like a health scare and like experiencing that, it really changes your perspective on a few things. So one of the other things that I learned was it's okay to accept help. I was so resistant, like even when the EMTs came, and thank you to the response team, by the way, came into my room, picked me up. I was like, I can handle it. I can get up on my own. Put your pride down. It's okay to be vulnerable. You are human. You are worthy of help. You're worthy of love. And I think it was one of the toughest things, to be honest. One of the toughest things that I had to come to terms with during this. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you to those who messaged and to those who called, kept in contact with my parents, to those of you who found out and then made the efforts to check in on me. Thank you. Those of you who kept me in your prayers. Thank you. Dear future me. Good. Good for you. Not even good for you. It's like, I'm so proud of you for accepting help. I'm so proud of you for staying at the hospital. So what I did was I thought, hey, I'm fine, let's go home. They said, no, stay at the hospital, do the blood work, do the tests. And if I didn't, they wouldn't have found that I had any blood clots. So I'm just grateful that we have a free healthcare system, and most importantly, I'm thankful for God. So one of the things I discovered, just looking back, because hindsight 2020, right? Just looking back was when I got into the ambulance, my dad rushed home from work. Thank you to Boss Ian for allowing my dad to come home to my rescue. And same with my mom. Thank you so much for being there for me, Poma. But while I was in the ambulance on the way to the hospital, about to leave for the hospital, my dad said, wait. And he came into the hospital and he sat down beside me and we held hands with my mom and we prayed. And from then on, I was calm. My heart rate went down to normal. My migraine was still there, but I wasn't worried. Even being told by the doctor that if we find the blood clot and it's really if we find the blood clot in either your brain, heart, or lungs, we may have to take immediate action, so be prepared for that. In that moment in time, I wasn't worried. I was like, oh, okay. Whatever happens, happens. I didn't fight it. I didn't say, oh, what if? I was just calm. And leading up until this point, leading up until 2021, I always was really harsh on myself, and I lost my train of thought. I guess another thing that I was gonna say anyways was leading up to 2021, I never really was. Oh, I remember. I was always so anxious, worried. I don't know, I think it's just entertaining the idea of what if. And post prayer, I already knew that I was going to be okay. No matter what the doctor said, no matter what happened, I was going to be okay. now looking back on it, it was faith. And it may seem silly for those of you listening, if you even come across this video, but I can't explain how calm and confident I was that I was going to be okay. Every single test that they did a total of 5 to 6 tests on me. I even had to go back, like I was discharged around like 3 o'clock in the morning. So we were at the hospital for about 12 hours. Discharged, went home, had to go back in the morning for my second test, or for the last test. And I was fine. I was like, okay, if the results are this, if the results are that, I'll be okay. And I think one of the main things that I wanted to say was, I am proud of you, future self, for having that faith and for being confident and for just truly trusting in the process. I've just finished crying earlier before I pressed record, thinking about the reality and the danger of what a blood clot may implicate. I received several messages saying like, oh, Sister Shay or Ate Shay, or like, adding, I hope you're doing okay, I hope you're well, or like, it's really dangerous. And I don't think it dawned upon me until I read up on it. I'm not gonna go into it too much here, but if you'd like to look into it, feel free to. And also another thing was when they weighed, or when the doctor was about to give me blood thinners for the blood clot, the nurse asked me to weigh myself, because they need to give me an accurate dosage, right? And when I looked at the number on the scale, it was about, I think, 7 pounds. I don't even remember, but it was a lot lower. I think it was 7 pounds actually. 7 pounds less than what I weighed on Sunday when I last checked. And I think that to me was a clear indication that something is wrong with me. I'm not okay. I am not at my prime health as much as I'd like to think so. And on the Sunday before the Monday that I caught my vaccine, I did a 10-kilometer race, so I was fine, at least so I thought. So yeah, repeating one of the things that I said was, listen to your body. When multiple people are telling you that you are not okay, accept it. Accept the help. Have faith. Trust in the process. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much you worry, it's not going to change the outcome. And realizing that makes life so much easier and less stressful. Coming to terms with this appreciation, I just really want to show my future self really how proud I am of how far you've come. And I know you always tell other people you can't change the winds, but you can adjust your sails. Really applying it here this past week. Proud of you. And for those of you who stuck around until this long, I hope you learned something. One thing I do want to mention is, I think I did already, is that you are human and you don't owe it to anyone to do or say anything. I really made this video for myself, so yeah. I hope you all stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and be authentic and true to you. Don't push yourself past what your body can actually handle. There's several times, and if my cousins are watching this, they can attest to this, where I would stand up and think that I'm okay, but would suddenly get really, really dizzy. And I would just keep forgetting that I'm not okay. I need to take things slow. I need to prioritize myself. And it's a hard lesson that I'm trying to overcome and just really learn that I can't help other people if I can't help myself. Even during the hospital stay, I was like, oh, can I help with this? Can I help with that? When I clearly wasn't in the physical capabilities to be able to do so. So, yeah, don't be so stubborn, Shay. And for those of you watching, don't be so stubborn. Yeah, I already said goodbye. So, if this loads or if I'm able to actually put this up, a message to you, future you, and those of you watching. Yeah, it's currently Sunday, August 22, 12:45. So I'm gonna sign off, get that rest, and listen to what the doctors say. So I'm gonna go do that.